Good evening and welcome to the match point. It is one of the most convincing wins that we've seen in this edition of the IPL. Mumbai Indians absolutely slaughtering the Rajasthan Royals at home. The victory margin 100 runs, which is not even a innings defeat in Test cricket. It's innings defeat.
Innings and 400 runs or 360 runs.
Something like that. It just seems something like that. Courtesy, some good batting, half centuries by Rickleton and Rohit Sharma. 48s, identical 48s in 23 deliveries.
Identical
by
strike rate.
Hardik Pandya as well as Suryakumar Yadav. 48 of 23, 48 of 23.
1.27 is the net run rate of Mumbai Indians and they are on the top.
Yoo-hoo!
The only team with a positive net run rate in excess of 1.
Positive to everyone is. In excess of 1.
Yeah. In excess.
Except LSG, everybody have a positive net run rate.
That's why I was saying the only team with a positive run rate.
In excess of 1.
The
Asterisk.
Okay, the first question that comes to your mind is Mumbai looking dangerous? Dangerous.
Sixth title.
Everyone, Chennai Super Kings, though chalo is not in the context. You are RCB this season. Are you scared? You are Das Capital. Are you scared? You are, for the purpose of our argument, Punjab Kings. Are you scared?
No. Even as a Delhi Capital.
No, you're not scared.
They are replacing Delhi only to make it to the top.
I am asking you are Punjab.
I was the first one to be scared as soon as
I'm making you Punjab.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
Very scared. Very scared. Every team
Delhi.
should be.
They look imperious.
Are you scared?
Very scared.
RCB?
Very scared.
Are you scared?
Very. Sixth title loading and looking at the way how they are going about it.
They're jumping the gun. 6 title loading.
It is. I mean, look at the performances that they have had. Vintage Mumbai Indians never start the opening game well. There is a middle phase where they gain so much momentum, it takes them through to the next phase. And in the playoffs, if they reach final, they are like Australia in international cricket. Hardly they lose in the final. Every competition you scan across, be it women's, be it global T20 leagues, only one final has been lost by the Mumbai Indians franchisee. That was 2010.
No, but as much as they are looking dangerous, completely agree, and that's exactly the question I had asked as well. But to say that title favourites is pushing.
See, the momentum
other teams as well.
The momentum is continuing. They have got 2 home games.
But can I be honest? This momentum we had predicted.
See, today's 2
Which
points.
one of us had not predicted
Yeah,
this momentum?
these 2 points you knew were going to be in their kitty anyway without them playing this match. We said it about 2 days back when we were looking through the fixtures for all teams. Now though is the tricky phase, and now I want to see if Mumbai can continue with their run. Yes, they've got home games, but they now play 3 teams that are in the top 4 right now. They play GT, they play PBKS,
MIGT in Wankhede, MIPBKS in Dharamshala, MIDC in Wankhede.
But despite the fact that they were playing weaker teams, they're now anyways at 14 points. So even if we consider that they're not one of the favourite teams, although according to me they are in the next 3 games as well, they still just need one more win in a way to secure.
No. But you're looking at
they
it
play
very.
the game extra as well.
Does not matter. I am saying it's not about one more win. If you're 3rd and 4th, your chances of winning the title are minimal. So to finish on top 2, they will have to win multiple games.
As of now, I think it's just about the top 4. Once you get to 16 points, you're securing yourself in the top 4. Finishing in the top 2 is a different thing. Then.
But his thing was about them winning the title. And I think anyone that you pick favourite right now has to be a team that you're convinced will finish in the top 2. Because the chances of you winning the title go high up. Now, yes, if the debate was just about them finishing in the top 4, then yes, I think it makes perfect sense. The kind of form that they're showing, they should finish in the top 4. They can finish in the top 2, but the question is, can they? And on that basis is, whoever you call a title favourite now, you should be 100% sure that they're finishing in the top 2. So that's my question. If they are the title favourites, are you seeing them finishing in the top 2? They have 3 really tough games coming up. 3 teams that have been in good form.
And let's not
that
forget,
is Gujarat, Punjab,
they have
and
played
Delhi.
a game more. They have played a game more. They sit on the top because they played a game more. Now this whole there can be a huge shake-up in the top 4. In fact, top 5. The moment the teams barring the team placed first at the moment, they play their next match. Look at RCB for example. They may be 2, but they played a game short. GT have played 2 games less. They've played 9 right now. So Mumbai played 11. So there's still shake-ups that you can see forthcoming.
See, tomorrow and day after, the table will be shook up for two reasons. One, GT take on SRH and RCB take on CSK. So in that, if RCB win, GT win,
You should expect these two teams to win, against the
in
team.
that case, then,
RCB still will be second.
Mumbai will slip to third.
Yeah.
No, they have the best net run rate as of now.
Doesn't matter, points-wise they'll go up now.
No,
Yeah.
14 on 14 only.
No,
They'll also
16.
get
RCB will
Yaar,
go to
which
16.
world is he living in? They go 16.
RCB will get to 16.
RCB will get to
GT might be third because the net run rate, I don't know by what
But
margin.
you don't know because
GT have 2 games on Mumbai.
No, just the next game when they play, they can get to maximum 14. So,
Arey Baba, but they have 2
Yeah,
games
they
in
have,
hand.
yeah, 2 games
So
in
when
hand.
you're
Those
gonna
things make a
compare, you gotta
difference.
compare apples with apples, na.
Yeah.
If these teams are to win their games, then both RCB and Gujarat go ahead. With same number of games.
Yeah, so these two games that will happen tomorrow and day after will churn the table again entirely. So that's the thing.
But okay, whatever. I mean, that's just permutation combination. For all you know, we're saying that Mumbai has a tough finish, but they're very well capable of winning all those games. We're talking about RCB and Gujarat getting easy games. Who knows? There could be an upset on the cards there. So anything can happen there. But the point is, the way Mumbai Indians are playing right now, even though higher ranked teams or better performing teams in this season of the IPL will be up against, even they're going to be fearful of our Mumbai Indians. I think every team that goes in now
I
will
mean,
be a valid
just
lock.
on the top 4, they have lost to RCB. They have lost to GT in both the games that they played in, okay? Apart from that, they have not lost to Delhi Capitals yet.
Yes, they won that, yeah.
Okay? They lost to LSG, but then they thrashed them in the return fixture as well, okay? So those are the 3 prominent losses that you're seeing amongst the contenders who are there in the race for the top 4. Now, the one contender that they haven't faced yet is PBKs. Now, PBKs can blow hot or cold, but they have been blowing hot mostly.
But look at the fact that all their 6 wins, of all the 6 wins, the best ranked team that they've beaten in these 6 matches is the team placed 5th.
Delhi Capitals.
In Delhi Capitals. Their winning streak started from beating Delhi Capitals. And they've played teams and beaten teams only those that have been placed 4th or below 5, full 4th or below, because Delhi were 4th at that point. When this whole thing began, or couple of
you were second.
They were
na?
second.
Yeah,
They were
when
second.
they
They were
played
second. So since then, you've only beaten teams that have been in the lower half of the table. None of these teams, barring a Delhi, even made it to the top half.
But the counter argument to that is that Mumbai were a different team at that time where they were losing. Things were not gelling. Rohit Sharma wasn't in form. Suryakumar Yadav wasn't really blowing as hot as he is right now. Jasprit Bumrah was not there and not performing at that level. I think this Mumbai Indians where Rohit is fighting, and by the way, I have to say that the biggest positive for them, I know we've been talking about Jasprit Bumrah and his form, which is of course there to see, but that is something you expected. The biggest positive for Mumbai has been Rohit's turnaround in form. And what you're really liking, and I hope that we see more of this version of Rohit Sharma, where he can be aggressive with a bit of caution. And that's exactly what one desires. What you're seeing right now is that today, like there was a couple of stages in the game where Rickleton was going all guns blazing. He said, okay, no problem. I'll be the one with lesser strike rate. No problem. I don't need to attack. This was not happening with Rohit. Earlier he had made up his mind that no matter what, he'll keep attacking. I think now he's just mixed that slight caution with that aggression, which is what was needed. When it's not needed, he's not hitting. When it's a good ball, he's respecting it, because he knows he has so many shots in his book that given a chance, when the ball is within his range, then he'll go for it. So this version of Rohit Sharma, who's looking very stable, Rickleton has been in form. Now Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya are firing, and then with Jasprit Bumrah firing the way, and Karan Sharma, ever since they've gone to him. Oh, and by the way, talking about titles, they have a Karan Sharma in their ranks.
Only RCB dispelled that notion. Every other team he's won titles.
But that we've forgotten, that is a major factor that could take them to the titles.
Players coming into form is a very big reason, but I think one more thing that really is working for them now is that they've found the right combination to to begin with. I think Delhi won a lot of games and even Gujarat a lot of games because they found the right combination within the first or the second game. With Mumbai Indians, when they were playing these teams, they were playing sometimes Robin Mins, at times Will Jacks was coming at 3. The combination was really, really haywire. Tilak Verma was batting ahead of Suryakumar Yadav. Hardik Pandya was coming at 6 and 7. The combination, they weren't able to find the combination. Now that they have found the combination, now it's a level playing field. We knew it from the very beginning, and that is why teams like Gujarat, Delhi weren't in our top 4s. That was because that as soon as we put the teams on paper, and if both the teams are in the best of their forms, Mumbai Indians I think are way ahead of a lot of teams as far as if we keep them on paper and assuming that everybody is at their best peak of forms. With Delhi Capitals, they found the right combination, they had that advantage, they managed to win a lot of games to begin with, even with Gujarat. Now when they face Mumbai Indians at the Wankhede, the situation is going to be very different because they found the right combination now. Sky is coming at number 3. Hardik Pandya wasn't firing with the bat, he has started to do that. Jasprit Bumrah, of course, goes without saying, and even Rohit Sharma is getting those runs. So they have the capability of scoring on a bad day also. I feel that at this point, they will score 200, 190, 200 on their bad batting day as well. And if they have a good day, they can go and score 230, 250. Can Gujarat and Delhi go and chase that down? Do they have that batting, or can they put those many runs on the board? I'm saying even on their best days, it looks highly unlikely.
I mean,
Gujarat have been scoring runs consistently,
230s, 240s, they've
and
been
in
scoring
bulk.
runs. They've been scoring runs, but 230s, 240s.
Mumbai haven't been scoring 230s.
No, they
40s.
have the capability of doing that at the Wankhede with this batting lineup, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm not going to be fearing what Mumbai can do at Wankhede a lot because you've seen firepower from other teams as well. Look at GT. GT have good firepower right at the top. I'm not going to be discounting DC either because DC also have those players. If a half plays the way that you expect him to play, there's a Tristan Stubbs who can operate in excess of 170, 180. So all these teams also, I believe, have firepower. So I think it's going to make for very good contest. But to say that Mumbai have an outright advantage when they're playing these top teams at home, I'm not buying that. I think GT and DC are both going to be challenging them.
No,
in
DC is not anymore a top team. They are 5th on the points table now. The situation is
now one win and they played.
Delhi has played 10 games.
So, but Mumbai
played 11.
Mumbai played 11.
Gujarat has played 9.
No, just it's about Delhi Capitals.
So if Delhi are to win
but
the
you
next
said
match,
Gujarat
how many
is not a
points?
top team.
Delhi.
I'm saying if Delhi win the next match, how many points will that be?
14.
And how many points are Mumbai with right now?
14.
So how are the two teams any different?
No. But Delhi haven't really done that till now in the season. They have not scored 2 runs in excess of 200.
You won the very first match chasing
207,
207, 208
But after that,
runs.
everybody has been out of form completely.
I don't quite think so. I think you look at the margins as well. Delhi haven't been brushed aside by any opponent yet. Kolkata came close to brushing or having a convincing win, but it wasn't the kind of thumping that you saw Gujarat experience the other day. So if I'm Delhi, I'm not feared of. I'm not going to be fearing Mumbai that much. That just because they're playing at Wankhede. I need to remember that they also know that they're sitting at the top because they played 1 or 2 matches more depending on what team you're looking at. So teams need to be backing themselves as well.
But in the whole of the points table, all teams are separated by a couple of wins here and there, and
That's how you will take the table.
So
see, you're getting one cancellation match also. I'll tell you the progress cancellation, DC PBKS. Only one of them will have an advantage going ahead. So, as is, in that 1 week, you saw certain teams cancel the progress of the other teams. DC haven't faced that yet. They are facing PBKS.
Like DC did last year when DC had to play RCB. RCB won that match and then they went through as well. Or CSK, RCB also had the similar stake and CSK then finished 5th and Delhi finished 6th.
Okay, we're going to turn our attention to Rajasthan Royals, officially eliminated.
yes.
Second team after Chennai Super Kings, officially to be eliminated. Doesn't come as a surprise to me. I don't know whether it comes as a surprise to anyone within the room that they are a team to be eliminated.
Did any of us originally have them in the top 4?
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I think you had them last. Who had them last?
I didn't have them last.
Somebody did. So that
I
is.
recently had. I changed my second prediction was RR.
So no surprise that they've been knocked out. What do you make of their performance today? The captain there, because I was seeing his wicket.
Performance today, the best.
Sanju
word
Samson
or
was not
the
fit
most
to play today.
Side strain.
side strain.
How long will the side strain?
Until the next game.
So the most succinct manner in which I would describe this Rajasthan performance would be meek. They were never really in it. As meek as you think an opposition could be. And today they truly played like a team that was fighting for the wooden spoon. No competition at all. Nothing. There was no fight at any stage whatsoever. You let the opposition completely dominate you across all departments, batting, fielding, bowling, all three of them. They were outclassed. Outclassed. Nothing. Actually, it's sad that I don't have much to talk about because there was no fight at all.
No, yeah, whatever you talk about has to commensurate with what the performance is. The performance is not much. How can you talk about them much?
Yeah.
Right? The performance is little.
It's directly proportional.
Exactly.
The performance was as expected. Last game it was VAIBHAV Suryavanshi who stole the show and managed single-handedly won the game for Rajasthan Royals with Yashasvi Jaiswal. As soon as Yashasvi Jaiswal more often than not does not fire, even after him for firing on most occasions you lose. But once he is not firing, you are there's a certainty that they cannot win the game because the batting does not inspire any confidence at all.
Just a reminder that they did not retain Joss Butler.
The captain is Riyan Parag.
Captain is Riyan Parag. They did not retain Joss Butler.
And they didn't play the right players at the right time.
Daily reminder.
They let go of a man who's
Trent
now
Bolt.
taken a couple of hat-tricks in the IPL.
They let go for Trent Bolt, who took 3 wickets today.
Yuzi
against
Chahal, who took a
They
hat-trick.
finally played Akash Madwal and he's been one of the better bowlers except that last over today. He has also played because Sandeep Sharma is not there, injured.
Of course.
Sandeep ruled out for the whole season.
Otherwise, Yaduvir Singh Charak was anyway playing.
Yeah, finally, exactly. It just is baffling that they never went with Akash Madwal. We used to keep screaming on top of our lungs here that.
Now also they've not gone by choice. Had no other option now.
Incredible, the think tank of Rajasthan, whoever does take those decisions. It's quite baffling, honestly. If everyone can, and no wonder the performance has turned out the way it is, whether it's their selection, whether it is the captaincy, whether it has been, their changes in bowling, whatever, everything. I don't know. I want to say a lot, and I was like, we've said it so many times in every show, in every match. Why do I need to repeat myself and say those things about Rajasthan once again? But let's talk about VAIBHAV Suryavanshi at least. All eyes were on him. We all wanted to see that contest, which was Boom Boom versus Suryavanshi. That contest we never got a chance to watch. But looking at the form that Bumrah was showing today, just as well, could have dented his confidence in the long run. But again, see, even a Deepak Chahar or a Trent Bolt would have been a good test for him. Didn't last. But all I want to tell everyone is that with a talent like VAIBHAV, these are the days that you will get. On certain days he'll give you 100. On certain day he'll get out as well. But anyone who made him the greatest thing since sliced bread after that 100 was wrong. Anyone who thinks that he was overrated after this innings is also wrong. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. He'll maybe go on to contribute. He still has a lot of scope to improve as a player. Just 14, so there's a lot of improvement. So neither is he as bad as what we saw today, and neither is he as glorious as we saw the other day. I think we'll have to see him for a few more seasons to really pass a judgment of where he really stands in terms of being one of the young batters that the country has produced.
Look, there was a graphic that Harshit, they had shown in the broadcasters. Where did the Gujarat bowlers bowl to VAIBHAV Suryavanshi? Length, short, on the pads, and you saw most of his sixes go to the leg side. Fine. Now this is the IPL. Every team after that 100 would be planning, don't bowl it in that arc to him. This is where smart captaincy and smart tactics come into play. What did Hardik Pandya do? He decided to change the field, have mid-on in. He asked Deepak Chahar to bowl outside off stump, but ended up in a slot ball. Oh, now VAIBHAV Suryavanshi could have hit it, but I think the pace of the nature of the wicket was slightly sluggish. We saw the ball stop in the first innings also. He timed it, but again, smart tactics. What happened? There was a tall fielder in Will Jacks.
Yeah. That was smart.
Any team now will be planning. They have to plan, and this is the big bad wild west of cricket. One moment you are up, the next moment you are down. No, I'm not copying Nasir Hussain's Pakistan comment what he said in the Champions Trophy, but this is the wild west in cricket here. They will not want you to ensure you have a sustained run. Now, you only had mentioned it, no, Nikhil, in one of the conversations. He can either go... There are very cautionary tales in the IPL also. Look at how a Paul Valtati started. Look at how a Prithvi Shaw began. Look at how a Shubman Gill began. More people have often succeeded, but they have also fallen behind also. They have also fallen behind. Vaibhav Suryavanshi already for 14 years, prior to this knock, he had an average of 50 with a strike rate of 180 plus. This has dented his average. Again, we have said, you remember last year IPL when you're doing one good performance, oh please get him into the Indian team, get him into the Indian team, get him into the Indian team.
Because there was a World Cup, na?
There was a World Cup, but then 2-3 IPL seasons, you look at that player and then you get him in. And Arshdeep had to wait for 3-4 seasons to be what he was. Same with Vaibhav. See him in age cricket. See him in the IPL for 2-3 seasons. If he gets a better franchisee, please go there. But reserve your judgment. Appreciate a century. Criticize a low score. But give that boy time. As simple as that. The immediate comment when I said, "Arey yaar, he fell for a 2-ball duck." The immediate comment I got was, "That's why in India we put too much pressure on boys." I'm like, but he also scored 100, isn't it? The immediate comment I got, knee-jerk reaction. Which is why, give that boy time. Today he was undone by smart captaincy and smart tactics. As simple as it can be.
I mean, today didn't allow that much time to see the tactics or captaincy as well. Was just out, took a chance. I think shot is on. Those are the shots that got him run. He went for it. Nothing wrong with that. This time didn't connect it as well as he would have. Got caught, gone.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, but Jasprit Bumrah now 8 overs, 6 for 37 in the 2 games. Oof. It would have been a great battle.
No, it wouldn't have been. I think he would have tutored him. That is for sure. I think it'll take... See, Jasprit Bumrah is that sort of a batter. Even if you're an accomplished top-level batter, you struggle against him. How can you expect a young 14-year-old who's played a very good knock to suddenly be able to figure him out? No. And Jasprit Bumrah, as we've seen, since he's gotten back to form, he's the mean version of Jasprit Bumrah, who's not falling shy of bowling a few bouncers. Today hit Thikshana.
Yeah. That ball to Madwal.
Madwal as well.
Oh.
It looked faster than it was. It was 126
I don't think he would have done it to the young kid to begin with. But if the young kid tried to be a bit adventurous, he would have had one fly close to his helmet.
It would have been Insidious Chapter 3 for him.
100%.
But the harsh reality with Vaibhav Suryavanshi also is that technically there are a lot of flaws, and that's why he's not a ready finished product, and that's why getting him to the Indian team right now, I don't think it's even in the discussion in that sense. So there are technical flaws, but the only thing when we talk about the fact that he needs to be on the right path, this is the right path where he needs to be ahead of the curve, where he should realize that teams will now come with a plan. How is he going to tackle those plans? And that's going to keep on happening all throughout his career. He needs to just be ahead of that curve and anticipate what's going to come, and he needs to be prepared for that. It's just that he's gotten into this cycle at the age of 14 where players get in it after having one good season. Now that he is in that circle, he just needs to be ahead of that if he wants to be, and I think that is the right path which we talk about so often, which we were talking about when he got to his 100, that he needs to be on the right path. He needs to take the Virat Kohli route and not the Prithvi Shaw route. So that's the route that he needs to take, and this is the beginning of it.
No, everyone who met him in the end of the game shaking hands, or really all the Mumbai Indian players were treating him like a kid. Well done, complimenting him.
Yeah, that's there, but at the end of the game.
No, you saw disappointed he was. I thought today also he'll cry. I thought he was crying only at that time when he got out.
No, he was disappointed like he should be, but it's just that when it comes to the game, I don't think you can differentiate by the age group. You are within that league
No,
only. then.
that nobody will.
He has that time, of course. He has more time to work on his stuff, but he'll suddenly get lost if he does not stay ahead of the curve.
I
That's
think
what
in
we're
3 to 4 days time, I don't know at 14 how much you understand this, but the one lesson for him to imbibe in these 4 days, and especially by tonight that he goes to bed, will be that cricket, much like life, is a great leveler. You take.
It's a roller coaster.
It comes with maturity. It comes with time that you understand this as a lesson. It's a life lesson after all. But this should hold him in good stead going forward. That this is what cricket is. 4 days back, I was the superstar. I was the cynosure of all eyes. I was being talked about globally. I didn't even manage to score a single run today. So this is, if in case there were those wild thoughts or anything, I'm not saying there were, but in case there were, it's a lesson that could hold him or take him to greatness going forward. And you respect the bowler, you respect the conditions at times, and there can be so many lessons when he looks at today's short stay in the middle. But that's not to take away what he did the other day as a fluke or anything. He showed potential. He's been showing potential. And he will get considerable backing going forward as well. It's just that along the way, that now that he has this tremendous advantage as against some of the other people, some of the other players who are much more older than him, that he now gets time, he now gets attention, he now gets the care that you would need. He just needs to ensure that the head remains in the right place, and that urge to improve, it stays with him.
And one universal truth: cricket is a very tough sport. It's a very tough sport. That's why people say, oh, why couldn't he do that? Why couldn't he do this? Why can't he bowl that? Why can't he do this? Once you go out on that 22-yard strip, it is
But
the
that you can't
toughest
do.
sport.
All of us also do it. Yeah, yaar, ye ball main maar leta
But
hai.
still, in Vaibhav Suryavansh's case, it reaffirms the case. It is a very, very difficult sport to play. And in a country like India, where you're only fighting for 11 spots among 1.4 billion, the complexities rise even further.
If I was to ask you without looking at it, who the official man of the match is, who would you have given it to? There are lots of contenders. There's Hardik Pandya, Suryakumar Yadav, Rohit Sharma, Karan Sharma,
I would have given it to
Jasprit
Bhau.
Bumrah.
Surya Bhau, I mean, 48 or 23, he took that stunning catch of Shimron Hetmeyer.
Hardik,
I would have given it to
48 for 23 and 1 over, just 2 runs.
2 runs and a wicket as well, I think, for Hardik.
He took Shubham Dube's wicket, if I'm not mistaken. Just go down, I think
he took a wicket.
Yeah, he did. First ball, he took a wicket.
First ball, he took a wicket.
Yeah. First ball of Shubham
figures,
Dube.
yeah. What
And
figures?
48 runs. Quick fire, 48 runs.
But Jasprit Bumrah also have 4 overs for 15 at an economy of
In
3
2
points.
matches now, 8
Trent
overs.
bowled with 3 wickets. Many contenders. Jasprit, Trent bowled, Hardik Pandya, Surya,
Eventual winner, Rickleton.
Rickleton won it.
Yeah, Rickleton won the match.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I think he laid the base, 126 run
But
opening
I would have given it
partnership.
to Trent Bolt.
Yeah.
Bolt as well. Yeah.
I would have given it.
That's what I'm saying. There is
He's
no
a
right or
high
wrong
counter
answer.
game he's taken.
Just here only, we've heard from he's given it to Sky, he's given it to Hardik, you have given it to Rickleton. I could have given it, Bolt. The official broadcast, I mean, the adjudicators have given it to Rickleton. I could have given it to a Bumrah. Like, that's the beauty of Mumbai's performance. All of them coming together. Multiple match winners. Not like Lucknow where only if Puran hits, then they win. Otherwise out.
There were 2 men who walked across to collect the award for the super striker of the match.
Yeah, it's such bonhomie, yeah. You see?
Identical
Such
numbers.
love.
It was equal.
Dancing together.
There was nothing
It's
separating the two.
because he used to keep doubting
no.
their family
Now-
camaraderie. Family will
To
be...
begin with in the season, I definitely was, but now everything looks fine. Suddenly, something has happened.
Because you're winning. You're winning.
Not winning also.
Yeah.
Maybe they also took a trip we don't know about.
Bumrah came back, everything's looking fine.
Yeah. He's the one who.
He's the glue that makes them stick
Yeah.
together.
Mumbai also believes in Jesse.
That's
Vaibhav.
why I told you that when he came, they lifted him on the shoulders when Bumrah came. Rightly.
Yeah, Kyron Pollard
Reel.
lifted him and all, no?
He sees a lot of reels.
Yes. The original GOAT of Mumbai Indians.
Kyron.
Kyron
A lot
Pollard.
of Mumbai Indians, according to our dugout.
IPL.
Out, yeah.
IPL's
IPL.
greatest
foreign-
overseas.
Good foreign player
GOAT foreign player, yeah.
in IPL.
Kiran Pollard.
Polly Kaka.
Kirandeep.
Kirandeep Pollard or Polly Kaka. In Mumbai slang, Kaka.
Polly Kaka is,
Of course, Polly Umrigar.
yes,
The one
who was a curator for the longest time
Yes.
of the Wankhede Stadium. And of course, a former India player.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dive into the questions.
Yep.
Today, one of our regular producers in there, so pardon us if we are a bit slow. You are not regular. You got the wrong camera angle to begin with. Whoever it is, it's your job to see that. I am correcting you from here. Okay, Mutton Biryani 6, clinical. Nikhil, at least now take MI in your top 4. But I took Mumbai in my top 4. Today we did a dugout.
Just a few hours.
Mutton Biryani, before this game started, we had a dugout. We had to pick our top 4s and MI was in my top 4.
For second in a row, I had chicken biryani. I could have made it mutton. 2 days in a row.
Jeez,
I
okay.
have devoured on some good biryani.
Wow, he's having a good time, huh? Arshit, you guys think we are working hard. He's enjoying biryani. Amazing.
Yes.
Mehraj Rule from Canada, he says CSK and RR's envelopes are sealed. Oh, do you see? Do you see the deeper meaning in that? Wink, wink, huh?
Yeah.
Mehraj Rules, you naughty boy.
Yep.
Those envelopes are sealed even now.
Even now, yes.
The new phrase is log
Are
out.
they really sealed?
They were sealed only, it was never opened.
It's never open.
The new phrase is log out.
Yes.
But I see what you did there.
True that. Ram Gautam from the US is saying, who do you see not playing for Rajasthan next
Arey
year?
yaar, I can make a very long list.
Yeah.
When they themselves didn't see Butler and Bolt and Yuzi playing for themselves.
I've got 2 names.
Okay,
ready.
I can tell you who I see will be playing for them next.
That's very easy.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing
The
to
first
do.
name common?
First name
Of
I'm not
course.
even taking. I'm not even asking. Everyone knows. So let's start with the second name.
Second name.
Second name.
So captaincy also gone with that?
Obviously.
Of course.
He's the future captain. No, future now.
Yeah,
current
he's the current captain.
Correct
only
captain.
now.
Yeah.
Second,
Dhruv Jurel.
Dhruv Jurel,
Very
exactly.
simple.
Yeah. 2 who are not playing for me. Yashas not playing. Yashasvi
I was
and
about to
Sanju.
say nobody's talked.
Yashasvi and Sanju
Sanju.
not playing.
By their own
You are
choice,
saying
he's
that
trying to
Rajasthan
say.
wouldn't retain Yashasvi and
No,
Sanju.
they won't want to get retained.
No, let him answer. It's his choice.
This you are saying, na?
Let
I mean, I'm saying with the way how they're treating
Don't-
Sanju, he would want, no boss, I don't want to be in the franchisee anymore.
Why? Because they're not making him travel when he's on recovery.
No, I mean, look at the way how they treated him in the game versus Delhi Capitals.
Because he was
he's
in the field but not taking the calls.
Just because he's got a side strain doesn't mean that he's totally isolated from the group. You are not treating your captain who's been in the team for 4 to 5 years now with respect.
Then why Yashasvi Jaiswal will leave?
Yashasvi has greater ambitions.
Of
What is the reason why he left Mumbai?
not just
He
captaincy.
didn't want to be captain in Mumbai.
Not just captaincy.
He
was one of
has
the reasons.
aspirations. He has captaincy aspirations.
Remember, what is this with captaincy? Everyone
How
wants to
is-
be captain
How
here.
can he be sure that if he goes into the
I want
auction?
to know where this comes from.
Okay,
Even if he goes
what
to the
was the
auction-
one reason?
No,
I
but-
want leadership.
I have heard that he went to franchises where he said that I want captaincy. They said we can't assure you that.
Yes.
So there's no guarantee that he goes to the auction. Some team buys him and makes him the captain.
You never
So-
know.
Only captaincy can't be the reason, na?
See,
Maybe he's happy with vice
I-
captaincy. He did not get that here.
The only
Maybe it was
franchise
said
I
that
see
am-
looking for a
you are
new
the vice
captain if they miss out on the top 4 could be because we've seen it happen in the year 2017.
But I'm
Don't tell me.
Oh, who else? Do you think anyone else taking over the reins at CSK? No, we know who those 2 men or 1 man is going to be, right?
Not at RCB anymore.
It's not happening at SRH either because you enjoyed a lot of. It's not happening at KKR too because even if Ajinkya Rane supposedly is not there, you know that the vice captain who everyone knows it's an open secret that then your next captain is Venkatesh Iyer. Then
No, after such a performance, I don't think so.
With the kind of money that this
Yeah,
man
my
has,
point is, doesn't
there's
matter.
only one
I
franchise that's left.
don't even want to expect. But what is this? If I am Yashasvi Jaiswal, what is it that I have obsession? If in case that is true, I don't know whether it's true, but I will take Shashwat's word for it because he's very confident. He's saying he went around asking. So if Shashwat is saying, okay, I'll believe him. But my point is this: that what is this obsession for captaincy? I can't understand. First, you have to become an all format player. You have to be an outstanding performer. You have to raise your stakes. He's a young kid. There is so much more he can achieve right now. How does it even matter whether you're captain or not at the moment? Even if it is about your own brand or whatever, I believe nowadays players are very obsessed with that. You know, there are the players who want to continue being captains because of brand. There are players who want to be seen in certain way because your brand value goes up. In public, how you are seen is important. Your brand value goes up. What clothes you wear, brand value. Even if I take that, I don't think captaincy really takes you that much. If you're one of the best performers, if you're the outstanding, for example, Sachin was hardly captain during his career, but he was the biggest brand of Indian cricket.
Bumrah, one of the biggest.
Just on your performance, that's it. You didn't have to be captain to be such a big brand, right? The best player didn't have to be a captain to be a brand like that. There are so many other players that you see globally. Shane Warne, for example, I think the biggest brand in Australian cricket was not captain. If you can elevate yourself to a performance where you're the best in the world, how does it matter? So I can't understand this obsession that people have about captaincy and I want to be captain. If you're good enough to be captain, it'll come to you. If you're not also, how does it matter? When you started playing this game, was captaincy the thing that I will captain? No. You wanted to play for India, or nowadays kids who grow up want to play for a franchise, want to play the IPL, be celebrated, win man of the match awards, take a 5-wicket haul or score 100. These are your dreams. How does it matter?
But there are opposite examples also. Ruturaj is a captain. He's not that big a brand as of now. So those are also
Exactly.
the examples.
Patidar.
But juniors learn from the seniors.
Patidar,
Yeah.
Ajinkya Rahane, one of the best captains, was never that big a brand as such.
But
so
the
how
thing
does
is
it
that the
matter?
junior cricketers learn from the senior cricketers. Like we know now that Rohit Virat share stories that they used to learn from Yuvraj, Harbhajan and all of Sachin. They did not have those kind of ambitions. Maybe now the culture is like this, that even senior players want captaincy, and that's what the juniors are learning.
Then it's very sad. If that is the case, if what Shashwat is saying is true, that senior players are creating this sort of a culture, that they are hungry for captaincy and juniors are learning, then I'm very sad to hear about it.
After that, some insight or
No,
foresight.
whatever he has, but then that's very sad. If this is
One
the
of those
truth,
things.
what he's
I
saying,
wonder what it is.
then it is very sad that these sort of things are happening. Then I would blame the seniors for creating this culture where captaincy is important. But why can't they learn from someone like a Virat who gave up captaincy? He gave up captaincy. He left T20 cricket captaincy.
One was taken away, the other two he left.
But
They're
he
learning
left.
from there.
He left. If he had a chance in that England series, that last Test match, he could have captained that time. If he wanted, he could have been RCB captain now. If he wanted,
Yes.
but he's decided not to,
Yeah.
because he's decided to focus on his game. So why can't they learn from him? Why can't they learn from him? It's a serious question. You are laughing here. Why can't the youngsters learn?
They should.
Then it's simple.
Maybe
Then
once-
don't blame the seniors
No,
for
but
it.
maybe Virat has also changed. How do we know?
If he just now, if he wanted, he could have been an RCB
a month
captain.
back.
Maybe he does not want to captain in white ball and a franchise. Maybe he wants his
See,
bigger
red ball he
ambitions.
left on his own.
Yeah. But
White
there
ball,
were
one
stories
format
during
he
the
left.
BGT also that maybe some players, senior players wanted.
I don't know how true those stories.
Okay, but Medansh.
Can't understand this captaincy obsession. If you guys know, please let us.
Yep.
Yeah, please let us know in the comments.
Medan Shroff from the UK is saying, looking more and more like an all-time final between RCB and MI.
Ooh, what
That's
a final.
never happened though.
It
It happened, I think, only one knockout game, if I'm not mistaken.
Rowe versus Co.
And Bumrah
Even though both are not captain,
Pretty sure,
people will build
exactly.
it up like that.
Of course.
at the Eden.
And it'll be fought on the internet much more.
Exactly.
The
That
TNs
day-
will go.
What will trend that day? I think that will be the final of trends also.
No, internet will go on overdrive.
It'll be the mother of all trends. Did I say that right?
Trends of all mothers. That would have been Umar Akmal. Yeah.
Okay.
Medan Shroff again is saying, vintage MI and RCB is playing like a clinical unit. Think GT just miss out. But then in order, he believes his top 4 is RCB, MI, GT, PBKS. That's the top.
Quite. In fact, those are the top 4 that I also picked. Exactly the same top 4 in the dugout today. And I think even Siddharth had the
also
same,
went with the same, yeah.
same top 4. Yeah. Agreed.
Except I swapped. I kept MI in
Not
top,
in that
RCB.
order. I'm just saying 4.
4.
Those 4 you had, na?
Yeah, I had.
So did I.
Yeah. In bracket BC.
Not in that order either,
Yeah.
but I had them.
Yeah. Sridhar Savaikar, when MI were losing, Shashwat criticized Hardik so much. Almost wanting Sky to become the captain next season. I don't see the same praise for Hardik Pandya now.
No, I did criticize, but I did not. I never criticized Hardik Pandya. I think the way everything happened, I criticized the management more in that sense. But Hardik Pandya again, if
That to happened 2 seasons ago.
no,
No?
last season. No, this time I did not criticize Hardik Pandya. I just feel that
He's saying this season you
this season I
criticized.
did not criticize Hardik
Yes.
Pandya for the loss. I criticized
No,
whatever. I
that's
thought
his
that
Your
feedback.
Parivar theory was going on in a big way.
Now I think credit should go to Hardik Pandya, and I praise his batting a lot so much today. Just you can rewind and see that as well. I think lots of credit should go to him.
They do it in a live chat.
they can.
Live while it's live.
Yeah.
Or when it ends then they.
No, even while it's going on.
Yeah, he would know. That I have to agree. Far more experience than us in watching YouTube videos. Especially live streams.
Mirage Rules is saying it's gonna be Beard versus Beauty IPL final. Guess.
Huh?
I get it. One I get, one I don't.
Beard? Everyone has a beard.
Who doesn't? One that captain will be there on the other end.
That's Shubman Gill.
Yeah.
The only one who doesn't
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
beard.
Yeah.
Patidar has.
Pant
Beauty
has,
Hardik
Rahane
has.
What he
has.
means
Beauty
beauty is
is,
Gill. Yeah.
Okay.
Shreyas has.
Yeah.
So he feels
One
GT
cat-
is
that's
there.
I said one I know.
And beard could be who?
What's the most?
Hardik?
Hardik doesn't have a beard.
Of course.
Has the
does.
most beard.
Yeah, like
Maximum.
Bhav doesn't
Patidar
have.
has.
Surya doesn't have.
The Surya isn't even captain.
Yeah.
He's talking about captain.
Patidar
Patidar
has.
has.
Pant has. Rahane has.
Rohit
Patidar, I think,
does,
has
but
the-
he's not the captain.
Cummins doesn't have.
Cummins doesn't.
Dhoni doesn't have.
Aksar?
Aksar, he is a mustache.
No,
But I think he's
means
grown a-
Patidar.
he's grown
I
a
think
beard.
what he means is Patidar
Possible.
versus Gill.
Patidar versus Gill. Oh, okay. Mirage Rules again. RR don't like butter in plate and Samsung phone nearby. I didn't understand it.
अरे बटलर
so
का
easy,
बटर
यार.
एंड
Butter in
And
plate and
Samsung.
Ah.
Samsung.
Today Siddharth is a bit, he took time to even get the earlier one, that
Envelope.
envelope.
Oh, I got it.
No, you took time. You took time.
I,
60 seconds you took.
60 seconds. Yeah. That, but this
हाँ.
I.
He first said yeah. He thought he means envelope they're out. Both are out, and then it really.
No, but then
Dawned
he
on
should
him.
have put.
Preeti Zinta is beauty versus. No, why
RCB
then we have to look at
One
owners.
athlete and an actor.
Yeah.
Acha, beauty is Preeti Zinta.
Arey yaar.
Okay.
Shubham Garg. Nick sir, VS played a great innings that day, but lot of work on technically. Do you think he should regularly play IPL as failures might dent his confidence?
But Suryavanshi, na?
Yeah.
He is going to play IPL regularly. Why not?
Because he
What-
believes as failures it might dent his confidence.
No,
if he plays
not at all,
regularly.
not at all. See, the thing is, again, that is a test in itself for him. But why should it dent his confidence at all? He's anyway achieved far more than anything that was expected out of him. So I don't see this as a reason for him to dent his confidence. And again, this is where people around him really matter. I know that he's a kid who wants to perform every time he goes out to bat. That's never going to be possible, especially with the high-risk game that he plays. So he has to then imbibe the Virender Sehwag formula. Forget it. Once you're out, move on. Because this approach will get him some outstanding innings, but this approach will have him disappointed as well. You have to find a way to, get used to it.
Yep.
450k Thakur says, Nikhil bhai, Pant, Venki Iyer and Jurel में कौन सा बड़ा scam है? Good question. But I would say that would have I paid that much money for Pant? Maybe a few crores here and there, but it's again doesn't matter because I needed a captain and he's never had as terrible a season this season and there was no way of me understanding that. I would have paid it. Jurel, I think he was also slightly overpaid, but I would have retained him.
But 14 crores was massively overpaid.
That's what I'm saying, overpaid, but I would have retained him.
Yeah.
I would have retained him at the 7 odd crore bracket, 7-8 crore.
And
I
saved
would
that
have
much for a
retained.
Josh Butler.
I would have. No, but they done their quota also, na number of players. So it's not about money.
Not taking a
Then you would
Shibron Hetmeyer.
Could have. I could have retained him at a lesser price. I agree. But I'd say the maximum someone has got is Venki Iyer. I think the biggest
23.75.
not scam, that's a very harsh word. I'm not going to use it. But the biggest surprise or a shock for me in that would be Venkatesh Iyer for the price that he went for. And also because you didn't make him captain. He's not even bowling at all. So just for his batting prowess, that kind of money, no, I won't have.
Mirage Rules is saying, today I relived the day of watching McGrath, Gillespie, Lee, Kasparovich and Andy Bickle bowling in tandem. Man, this is lethal.
Agreed. Though Bickle was effective, not lethal.
In white ball, he was lethal.
Kasparovich also not lethal.
Effective.
Lethal nahi.
Lethal
Was
before.
Lee.
Lee, McGrath, Gillespie.
Gillespie.
Yeah, they were lethal. McGrath not with his pace but with his bowling.
Accuracy.
Yeah, of course. And Gillespie and Lee. So yeah, Lee, Gillespie, McGrath were lethal. Without doubt.
Bickle was good
Effective.
in white ball.
Yes, effective. Very, very effective. Very underrated. I think he
2003
did much
won you
better.
2 games in the World Cup.
Absolutely. As I said, underrated on that regard. But wouldn't call him Lee. Even Kasparovich would do the hard yards, would be a workhorse for the team in tough conditions, hot Indian conditions. A lot of time their bowlers wouldn't turn up. He'd be the one wearing a handkerchief in water, that ice
Towel and all.
cold, and would do the tough job. So,
Michael Kasparovich.
not easy.
Good guy.
Yeah. Mirajul Sidvi, it's Polar Durkar.
So
Polar Dwakar. Achha. Yep. Shubham Gar, which was the biggest auction blunder? Butler not been retained or UZ by RCB? RCB qualified for playoff 3-4 times post this. Don't see RR qualifying
Without
this cycle.
doubt, Butler. I've been saying that. Not retaining Butler for any franchise was a shocker, to say the least. And if you are Mumbai Indians, I'll still maybe give you that benefit of the doubt because you'll have other batters. So you'll say, okay, chalo. Like Virendra Sehwag has now made it clear why they didn't pick a Virat Kohli. Because now if you look at that logic, it makes sense that they had a lot of top order batters in Gambhir, Sehwag, Dilshan, AB de Villiers. So,
Shikhar Dhawan.
They wanted, you're looking at the balance. At that time, Kohli was not the Kohli, right? So it was a punt, let's go for bowlers. It was as simple as that. There was logic. So, okay, maybe Mumbai, because of top order, you would have said they've not retained Butler. Still, but Rajasthan was, not firing from any quarter, from any side, needed to retain him. At least some shot guarantee that you'll have. Yashashvi, Butler, what a opening pair. You've seen this season teams that have got good opening pairs are doing well. And you had that chance. But maybe you thought, okay, no problem. Number 4 will just do it for us. Win us every game. Doesn't matter. Opening, who cares? A number 4 will score some runs and win it. But that also didn't happen, unfortunately.
Didn't happen, yes.
So
Number 4, they also. And Riyan Barak, since the time he's become captain, is bowling every
he
game.
bowled well though today.
Yeah, he bowled well, no doubt.
Got Rohit's wicket.
But he's regularly bowling, no matter what. 1 over to he definitely.
Last year also
He's
he was
captain.
bowling a bit.
Yeah.
He has to decide who bowls.
Also, when you come into the Indian team, you have an advantage if you also bowl as a batter.
So he's thinking of Indian team.
Never.
The runs are not coming. Yeah.
But you can, in the Indian team, you want to persist with players. So there's no, I won't be surprised if he is there in the T20 team. Because he was injured, he was never dropped. He ideally shouldn't be.
So
Riyan Parag.
Ishan Kishan was also not dropped as such.
But Ishan
With disciplinary action.
Yeah.
Will he come back?
No, but
Then-
Shreyas Iyer also came back after getting the runs in the domestic cricket. So Ishan Kishan, as soon as he gets those runs, I think he will be
He'll come back. Where will he come? Where will he?
Now there is no space. In that
So then where is the space for Riyan Parag to come back? Where is the?
Shubman
Of
Gill
course, there is
there.
Gill who was not there. So many batters, yeah. Were getting him. Where are you going to put your favorite Shreyas Iyer cannot get?
Yeah, 11.
So then where are you going to get
highly
Riyan
unlikely.
Parag? What are you saying? How does he come back? I can't understand. Please explain to me how will you fit in.
No, he'll be in the squad. He can be an all-round.
Arey, squad
option.
also, how many? You will have 7 batters, 8 batters in squad. Can you count the 8
All-rounders
batters? You'll count the 8 batters. Abhishek, Yashashvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, Sanju Samson, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Shreyas Iyer, 7 तो यही हो गए. Hardik Pandya, KL Rahul, your favorite could come in.
In T20.
Ahead of Riyan Parag, so he can come
Yeah,
in. He
yeah.
may not come in. I'm okay. He may not come in. But I'm just saying there are so many people to discuss.
Both the RPs are struggling to get into the team. Rishabh Pant and Riyan Parag.
Yeah.
Both the RPs.
So many, yeah. Where will he come in? Rinku Singh is now again. Rinku Singh was also never dropped.
Yeah.
Dube was also not dropped.
That's an all-rounder.
So then, where will he come?
Yeah.
Where will he
Shivam
come?
Dube.
Okay, serially speaking, says Nikhil, more than youth being fearless, they trained in T20 way from early days. So for a gen of the likes of Baby Panchal, Ishwaran, etc., it has been unfair because they trained the classical way and had to adapt. It's a good point. I agree, but even now I see kids training the traditional way also. It just depends on what kids want to do. Yes, I agree. There are lots of kids who just want to play the IPL and then train that particular way. And so, yes, some of the classical players in this generation may have suffered, but their ambitions could have been different. No? For them, Test cricket could be the ultimate and they wanted to. They worked hard, got runs, got selected to the team, didn't get too many chances to play. Just went with the team. Then they must be regretting now that we could have chosen this path. Because here though everyone gets a chance. There are so many teams, probably would have got a chance. In Test cricket, there's only one national team.
At least we would have been playing the IPL.
Unless you come up with an IPL of Test match.
That is impossible. But then see, the likes of Baby and Panchal, Ishwaran, they are like the millennials that were there. I mean, millennials growing up, they had to be in the very classical way, working hard. They had to suddenly get this technological thing that, you have to even adapt to technology. Some found it hard, some took to it, but some are still Luddites in that way.
But they should have adapted, according to me, I feel they should have adapted to what was the need. I think that game could have been developed despite being a good test player. Because all these, be it Priyansh Arya, Yashasvi Jaiswal, who are now 19, 20, 20, even Abhishek Sharma, Shubman Gill, all of them used to have many runs in red ball cricket also.
Yeah, Karun Nair. He's shown you how he can adapt to this format. Ajinkya Rahane showed you how to adapt.
All of them are good test players as well.
But for every Karun Nair or Ajinkya Rahane, there is a Cheteshwar Pujara.
No, but that's okay. Maybe he chose not to. Maybe his game was like that and not everyone can. But at least the attempt has been made. People have shown it.
Riddhiman Saha, who could adapt in both.
Yeah.
Test and at T20
Yeah,
when you look
correct.
at it. Pawan Raju is saying, lockdown kids will get to know the fear of MI now and want an MI versus RCB final and MI giving RCB and trauma wilder than 2016. But don't think RCB are reaching the finals.
Okay, that's his prediction. We'll see. I think we missed a few on top.
Medansh.
No, Medansh, he wants to predict how the playoffs go. We are not going to do that, Medansh, because we did this in the evening in our dugout. The video is up there. We did it at 5 p.m. this evening. Do check that out for that. We made our predictions for the top 4. Mehraj again says, tomorrow SRH is going to thrash GT.
Paap dhokar aa rahe. But for that you have to go to Haridwar.
Maldives ka pani.
Nitish Kumar Reddy did not go. He's
Nets.
training here.
He was doing nets. Dedication.
Baap to
Why? You should. There will be a India 8 or also. You should either test spot Nitish Reddy. Didn't go to Maldives. Very good.
Good on him.
Yeah, good on him.
Indeed.
Okay. AJ says CSK and RR are fighting for who can make fans feel more vulnerable. This edition of IPL has been most boring till now, and MI at DC will play the finals. Oh my God.
2020 repeat.
Hey.
I hope not the eventual result.
Yeah. Chakala Derby in the final. Nahi yaar.
Okay.
Yep.
Should we wind up or let's take a couple more questions and then we'll. Arey, Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
We'll take that tomorrow. Kiran Khatri is my top 2. Only on an off day in finals can stop them from number 6. MI are sorted top order, middle order and clutch bowling. Only finishing is average. MI have most match winners compared to others. MI in top 2. Kiran Khatri. Okay. Priyanshu is saying, why am I rating MI as a very dangerous team? Because all 12 players are match winners. RCB depend on Virat and Hazelwood. GT on top 3. Punjab struggle if Shreyas fails. Okay, thank you.
Punjab, I think that criticism is
Sarat Chandra is saying, Nikhil sir, clinical MI, the best this season. Happy with all players. Need just 2 things. One, as I say, for the other teams, middle order need ball to be in form, so need Tilak to bat more. Santner in for Bosch. Oh, he bowled Bosch bowled well today.
Tilak has batted more than enough this season, I think. That's why he's been demoted.
Yeah, but then see, they again adapted well.
No, because of the situation, I think they made that change.
Yeah, I
today.
mean, today they
Sometimes
adapted.
40 balls, sometimes 20 balls. He split already quite a few balls.
Freaking awesome says MI is the only side that never lost after scoring 200 plus in IPL history. They defended all 200 plus total successfully so
That's
far.
true.
DC had this record too, but it been broken by GT this season.
This is very true.
This is very true.
Yes.
Correct.
Good point. And final comment of the night, we're going to take Siddharth's, and this is Nikhil sir, Lamine, more than a prodigy, has now turned into a monster, and 100 apps for first team before 100 caps
Appearances.
for first team before 18. Incredible athleticism. He's easily biggest case study in modern sport. He truly is. Someone like a Thierry Henry has said that he is better than what Messi was at 17, and that's a massive compliment. And Henry is someone who played with a young Messi.
Messi had 1 goal, I think. Ronaldo had 5 and 4 assists, something like that.
Yeah.
And this guy is already he's won an international tournament.
Mbappe was 18, right, when he played a 2018 World Cup final?
Yeah, but he came onto the scene at 16.
Yeah. Also, it was Yamal only who broke his record yesterday of being the youngest scorer in the Champions League.
Yeah.
What a goal, yeah.
Okay, on that note, you guys take care. Good night, bye-bye, Nandri, Vadakkam, Shubhratri, Shabakar. Anything you want to say or hold your silence till tomorrow?
Join us tomorrow for SRH versus GT at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium.
Yes.
Yeah. So
See you guys. Good night. Bye-bye.
eat your
If
vegetables.
you joined us late, rewind and see the show as
No,
Shashwat
after the live, they can start from the beginning. Anyway,
okay.
Yep. Subscribe to Sports Today. Bye-bye.
Good night.